Today, we're gonna get a little bit more in depth with the sous vide, and I'm gonna cook myself a 1-inch thick ribeye steak, medium rare, to perfection.
The Wonder Diner.
So as you know, the sous vide machine is one of my favorite kitchen doohickeys. It heats the water up to whatever temperature I put on the interface, and it just stays there for as long as I want it to. That means I can cook any type of protein, any type of way I want, perfect every time. The secret to restaurant quality steak is the sous vide. Think about it. If everybody in a restaurant ordered their steak the way they wanted it, and the restaurant didn't pre-cook the steaks, it would take forever to get any meal out the kitchen and to the table. So the secret behind these steaks is that the restaurant uses the sous vide to cook the steaks to the internal temperature, medium, medium rare, medium well, and then when they're ordered, all they have to do is sear them to make them look really delicious and buttery and amazing. And I'll show you that later in the video. But first, let's get to the meat. This is a 10-ounce ribeye, grass-fed, no hormones, no additives, nice amount of fat on there to caramelize. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. But how are we gonna prepare it? We're gonna put just some garlic salt and some white pepper on it. I use white pepper instead of black pepper because it's not as peppery. It's a little bit more mild. If you like that pepper kind of taste, right, go with black peppercorns. I use a mix, but most of it is white peppercorns. Tiny little bit of oil. So I'm using my hands to massage that oil into the meat. That's just gonna make all the seasoning stick better. Garlic salt is one of my secret ingredients that I use on a lot of stuff because, I'm gonna be using garlic powder anyway, and I'm gonna be using salt anyway, so I might as well do it in one. Flip it, do the same. And that's all you gotta do to prepare it. I don't get very fancy with my steaks. I don't do any sort of marinades or anything like that. This particular sous vide, the link will be in the description below. It's affiliated. If you buy it, I get a little bit of a kickback. I could buy more ribeye. Reason I like this sous vide machine is it comes with these bags. And these bags have a little hole which uses this pump to get the air out, because you have to vacuum seal your food, unless they're hard-boiled eggs. You gotta vacuum seal your food to put it into the sous vide. That's how it cooks. You can use water displacement. You can use a vacuum sealer. I've never gotten water displacement to work. I don't know why. It's just something that my brain and body won't let me do. Kind of like single leg Romanian deadlifts. My body just won't let me do it. Honestly, I don't know who can do those, but they should win an award. Vacuum sealed, no air. This thing is gonna cook so beautifully. Just to keep it at the bottom of the bucket, which is what you wanna do when you're cooking sous vide, I'm gonna use this chain link weight. Lots of different kind of weights out there. You could even just kind of stick something heavy on there like, I don't know, a brick wrapped in aluminum foil or a plate, or I don't know. This is what I use. I put it on it like this when it's in there and it cooks. Different temperatures in the meat means different temperatures for the sous vide. I'm cooking mine medium rare. Gonna have that nice pink center. When I take this out and I cut it open before I sear it, I'll show you. It's perfect. You could eat it just like that, but as I've said in other videos, it's gonna look like dog food and it's not very appetizing. And so there are a couple ways you can finish the steak to make it look really appealing. I'll go through those when it's time. Today, we're gonna be searing it with some avocado oil and butter. The butter has a low smoke point, avocado oil has a high smoke point. When you mix them together, it lets you sear it in the butter without burning anything. That's kind of just the science behind it. But again, not a scientist, not a chef. So Google it for yourself and see what you think. Leave in the comments how you finish off your steak if you sous vide. Let's do it. Preheat it to 132 degrees. Gonna put my steak in. Gonna put my weight on. Close the lid so that the water doesn't evaporate. I only need this to cook for 1 to 3 hours. So I just kind of set it and I walk away, and when I hear the boop, boop, boop. Then I know that it's ready, and I come back at the right temperature. Hey Google, set a timer for 1.5 hours. I'll see you in the future. All right, it's been 2 hours. I've had the steak sitting in the water at 132 degrees Fahrenheit. Time to take it out and see what it looks like. I have a pan here because it gets wet. When I open it up, I don't want juices flying all over the place, so I put it in the pan, collects it there. I can smell it because the spices have all been marinating in the water, vacuum sealed. It smells great, but this is what it looks like. Gray and unappetizing. Now I'm gonna finish this guy in the cast iron, but before I do, I wanna cut into it and show you just how perfectly cooked it is on the inside. Look at that. Medium rare, cooked to perfection. I could eat this, I will eat this, even without the sear, just so that you can get a sense of how the taste is, how the flavor is. Oh, if it didn't look so disgusting, I could just eat it like this. But there's nothing like having that sear, so let's get that going. There are actually 2 ways that you can do this. One is with a blowtorch. The other is in the skillet. This is my blowtorch. Whoa, we'll use that another time. This time, skillet. I'm putting my induction burner on 8. I don't know what that equals, medium-high heat. Heats up pretty quick because it's induction. Gonna add some avocado oil. High smoke point. And let that heat up for a second. I'm putting in a tablespoon of butter. Butter has a very low smoke point. That's why you mix it with the oil. That way it doesn't burn when you're searing the steak. I can see a little bit of smoke coming up now, adding my butter. This is unsalted butter. You can always add salt after. I usually put a little bit of finishing salt on my food before I eat it. Plenty of salt. I add garlic salt, plenty of salt. All right, butter's in there, it's all nice and ready to go. You're gonna wanna cook this guy on every side so that it looks right? So we're gonna start on the bottom, hear that sizzle. Since it's already cooked, we're just searing it for presentation purposes. 30 seconds on each side. Move it around in that butter. Oh. I fidget a lot. It's hard to let it just sit there. It's something I gotta get better at. See, I'm fidgeting again. Don't forget to get the sides. Got to do those too. I just kind of hold my tongs, hold it up like this. Get one side nice and seared. Hold the other side. The fat side's now on there and it's caramelizing. Oh, it smells so good. Whole house is gonna smell like steak for the rest of the day. My wife doesn't eat red meat, so she probably won't like that. And we're done. Wait until you see this guy. Oh, that's what you're gonna get at a steakhouse. Now at a steakhouse, what's this cut gonna cost you? 40, 45, 50 bucks? You go someplace super fancy, 65? I didn't even make a sauce for this. You can make a sauce, you can do anything you want. I am gonna put a little bit of finishing salt on it before I cut into it. That is totally optional. I could eat this thing without any salt on it whatsoever. All right, ready? Whoa. The outside is perfectly seared and the inside is still perfectly medium rare. My favorite part, I get to eat it. I'm the kind of guy who will eat the whole thing, fat and all, like John Candy in The Great Outdoors. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna cut this guy in half so that you can see the inside and the outside, and then take some glamour shots. So that's how you make restaurant-style steak at home with a sous vide and a pan or that crazy blowtorch. I'm Matthew Weiner. You're in the Weiner Diner.
The Weiner Diner.